artificial dyes, no artificial colors whatsoever, which is actually oh my goodness. I smell peach. I had to stop dead in my tracks. It was like a train coming, and I froze like Stand By Me. The lights are on, the bar is set, and I got a lot of glasses to fill, as you can see. What's up, everyone? I'm Don Ferguson, the host and proprietor of the Teeqlife Media Group, and welcome to another episode of One More Pour. If you're new to the platform, this is where we try, taste, talk about beverages from all over the world. And today, we are tapping into an industry that is making billions upon billions of dollars in something that we've never done before. Energy drinks. There's a lot on the market, and today we are trying Zero FG Energy. What does that name stand for? We're going to talk about that. Zero FG Energy is an energy drink created in Georgia. Would you look at that? I live in Georgia. This energy drink was developed for those navigating life while having to pretend that they care. I got my glasses. I'm going to set them to the side because we have two things that we want to share with you. Founder Josh Askew thought of this brand while COVID. I mean, we all had time on our hands, right? Why not think of something to sell to people, something amazing? While Josh was complying with the order to stay at home for about 2 weeks, he thought up Zero FG energy drink. So what does Zero FG mean? So zero F's given. You know what I'm talking about. Come on, follow along. However, they really needed to make it family friendly because they have a partnership with NASCAR. So, kind of also stands for zero force gravity. But we kind of like that first one because we give zero just a little bit more information before we have 4 that we're trying today. So, all of these have about 140 milligrams of caffeine. That equals about 2 cups of coffee. Where does the caffeine come from? Well, green tea. Green tea is naturally high in caffeine, or so I'm told. They also have a superfood in all of them, which is blue spirulina, and that helps with inflammation and recovery. On top of that, they got good things like B vitamins, L-carnitine, taurine. They offer a sugar-free option. So there's a lot going on. We're trying 4 today, so I think we just need to go. Even though these are energy drinks, we're still doing it the Teeqlife way. We're going to look at the color, smell the aroma, all of that. We're doing a full tasting review as much as we can. However, I'm only going to do 2 sips of each. And what are we trying today? The original, black cherry, peach, Georgia peach, come on now, and watermelon. Perfect for summer. These have all been chilling. They were in the freezer for about a good 20 minutes just to get them a little extra ice cold. And right now, we're going to start off with the original. And my friends, here is the original. Now, they take pride in no artificial colors. So, we're going to see what this bad boy looks like. Now, for me, I'm not a big energy drink guy, and this kind of goes back to the only ones that I've ever had were Monster and Red Bull. I used to be really kind of addicted to Red Bull, and then I just found out maybe it's not the best for you. So there are a lot of energy drinks that are on the market that are actually not bad for you. They have better ingredients. So we're going to look at this, and it is clear. Right on, look at that. So it has a little cloudiness to it, but for the most part, it really looks like a sparkling water. Aroma. Very faint. There's something going on in there, and I'm wondering if it's that, it's kind of like sweet floral. I'm wondering if that's going to be, that green tea. It's not heavy, it's light. It almost is reminiscent of like a sparkling flavored water or something like that. We told you the rules, 2 sips. Here's number 1. Oh, that's not what I expected. It is like lemon lime soda, number 2. Oh, that is nice. Yeah, it reminds me of like a sparkling, lemon lime water or a lemon lime soda. It's very light, smooth. It has an herbal sweetness to it. Now, this one does have sugar. The original does actually have sugar, but wow, that's very balanced. It's refreshing. There's no artificial bite, nothing like that. Like some of those others out on the market. We're doing a third. you know, trying to jumpstart my day here, get some energy. Now, at the end of this episode, I'm going to check back in after an hour to see if I feel like any jumpy effects or anything like that. I want to, relay that information to you, the people. In the meantime, we got to rate this one. Now, on taste alone, this is all we're rating it on. Let's see. Bloop, 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 bloop. I mean, this is really nice. I'm going to have to go like a 4.4 on this original flavor. Okay, 0FG, we are off to a really good start, and I'm going to cleanse the palate so that way we can move on to black cherry. This right here, we got the black cherry, got a fresh glass unused so that way we don't mix any of the flavors. I shouldn't have did that. I was jumping the gun, and let's put that black cherry right there. Color, pretty much the same. It does have a little more of a tint, kind of like a pink hue, but for the most part, super clear. Aroma, look, I'm holding it like I'm a maitre d'. Here's your energy drink. Oh, that's nice. Ooh, it's got some nice cherry going on. Oops, I burped. Look, all that carbonation, it's rising up. It's getting the day started. It's getting me energized. But with that, we're going to go back to the aroma. Yeah, it's like a fresh, sparkling cherry, type of water. It's very crisp. The smell is very, very nice, very pleasant. I mean, for me, they're doing some good things right now, so far. Now, one of the things with black cherry, what I wanted to check out is, does it have that medicinal aroma to it? And it really doesn't. It really reminds me of like a black cherry sparkling water, which is great. Of course, we do a lot of research here at the Teeqlife Media Group, and this one is actually sugar-free. So we're going to see if that tastes a little bit different than the original sugar option. Taste one. Ooh, that finish. Oh, it's still right. It's like lingering. And that black cherry, it actually gets a little bit more intense. Now, I love black cherry yogurt, and it has that similar, property, similar taste off the first one. But let's go number 2. That has a nice, bold cherry flavor, a little bit of tartness, very smooth. There's some earthiness there that could be from the green tea, but it has like a black cherry punch. Just, not like a punch that, you go to a frat party and blah, blah, blah. I'm talking like a kick. That was a punch. But anyway, it actually tastes really, really nice. It does have a sweetness to it, and that is from the sucralose and the ASK. That's going to give it that sweetness. And, sucralose, I think, is a little bit better for you than, sugar, just straight sugar. I don't know. But on the taste, this is very clean. It is not heavy. It's very light and refreshing. So, we're going to go in for the rating. That tartness is really interesting. But that black cherry... All right, let's go to the rating. What are we doing? Bloop, 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 bloop. I'm going to go 4.4. Really? They're doing some good things so far. I got 2 new glasses because we have 2 expressions left, and on to the watermelon, a summertime favorite. Their packaging design is really nice, and I love the green with, it resembles a watermelon, right? Crack this bad boy open. I'm not going to stick my thumb accidentally in it and try it. And here we go with color. Once again, it's pretty similar. It's pretty much the same, so I don't think we need to go in depth with that. We're just going to actually kick into the aroma. Okay, I'm going to set the mood here. Summertime, you're laying in a hammock, light breeze, sun, it's about 82 degrees, it's so pleasant, and you have this sitting next to you, and it smells just like a fresh cut watermelon. Now, it reminds me of like more of the rind and the inner white part. I don't know what that's called. I'm not that smart, but that's really what it reminds me of. It's not overpowering. It's not like an artificial candy. And the watermelon Jolly Ranchers were my jam back in the day. And this is not like that. It is actually floral. You're going to get that from the green tea. Sugar-free, again. So it's not, it doesn't have that sweet aroma to it, but it's very light. It's very pleasant. It's not anything that is just too much. Number one. Oh, that is light. Okay. Oh, that is lovely. That is very pleasant. It's light. It's not an overpowering a watermelon flavor, and it does not taste artificial whatsoever. It's easy, on the palate. And let's go on number two. Gotta swirl around. It's on the tongue. That first one coats your palate. Second one really opens things up, and there's a nice sweetness to it, and it doesn't taste artificial. This is it's really mellow when it comes to that watermelon flavor. It's not anything that's obnoxious whatsoever. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep, I had to go for it. That is really nice. I think it almost tastes like watermelon juice in a way, like very faint, maybe a little bit watered down, extremely, extremely balanced, and it just kind of lingers there. It coats my mouth. It's still swimming around in there like, a little tadpole or something. With that being said, I love that there is no aftertaste, no bad aftertaste. That you're like, what is that? So artificial. And some of them out there, you know who I'm talking about, they have that bad aftertaste. What are we rating this one? You know what? I'm going a 4.4 once again. It's gracious. These ratings are very consistent. They're doing some great things so far. Now, they do actually have, I think, maybe four other expressions. We'll probably have to do those on a future episode. We'll see. Cleanse the palate time. And we are ready to move on to the last. And I saved the peach for last because this is a Georgia-based company. We're in Georgia. The Georgia peach is synonymous, around the world. And on TV, you'll always see that Georgia peach, where things are filmed and stuff like that. And with this brand being out of Griffin, Georgia, which I think is maybe like an hour or so away from me, I'm going to grade this a little bit differently because this is, I don't know, is it the state fruit? Maybe it's, how do I not know that? And as we pour, I do have a disclaimer. Look at that color. It's pretty much the same. So there's no artificial dyes, no artificial colors whatsoever, which is actually very... oh my goodness. I smell peach. I had to stop dead in my tracks. It was like a train coming, and I froze like Stand By Me. But I smell it. Wow. Okay. Back to my disclaimer. I'm not the biggest peach fan. My wife loves peach. Absolutely adores peach. But for me, I can take it or leave it. However, I don't hate it. I'm just not particularly fond of peach. We talked about that all of them were clear. And just because of that, it really just speaks to the quality and integrity of the brand. Let's go in for the aroma. Now, I already told you it was rising up as soon as I popped that top. What? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell you this. I have a little bit of water in this glass and fresh peach slices because that's exactly what this smells like. I'm pretty surprised. Okay, yep. Wow, that is crisp. It is very clean. It is just peaches. I mean, I can't really... It's that lovely, delicate stone fruit. That's pretty amazing. Let's go into number one. Yep. So when I do liquor reviews, there are some times where I'm nosing it, and the nose can taste completely different than the juice. The whiskey, tequila, bourbon, whatever you want to call it. It happens quite often. Here, I smelled peach, I got peach. Number two. Even though I'm not the biggest peach fan, that's actually quite nice. I mean, it's crisp. It tastes like fresh peaches, like a juicy peach. When you get that one, it's just perfectly ripe. You get it off the tree. There's a worm on the other side, so you just bite on the one side. Juice is running down your face like you're 4 years old again. I'm telling you, it's very crisp. It's very airy. That carbonation pop really gives it that zing with all of them, actually. When it comes to an energy drink, we're gonna test it. We're gonna come back in about an hour and see like how it feel, and stuff like that. But to me, this tastes like an exceptional peach sparkling water. Mm-hmm. Okay, what are we rating it? Boop 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 boop. I'm just gonna go 4.4 again. Across the board, these are all pretty damn exceptional. They have really nice flavors to them. Nothing seems artificial whatsoever. And for the last time, we're going to check back, in a little bit, see how I'm feeling, if I'm bouncing off the walls around here in the studio or not. But if you want to learn a lot more about Zero FG Energy Drink, we're going to drop that website in the comments along with chili water. So this way you're hydrated, you're energized, you're taken care of by us. We're like family. Now here's the great news from our, in-depth hours of research. We found out that they actually are available on Amazon. So that just makes it so much easier for you to go online and order and try them out. Okay, we're going to log off for a second. We're going to come back in about 45 minutes and I'm going to tell you how I'm feeling. Alrighty then, we are back. So it's been about 45, 50 minutes. I drank a little bit more off to the side and I'm telling you, these flavors are really tremendous. I could guzzle these down, especially when they're ice cold. So you're on the beach, you're playing volleyball right before you fracture your ankle because you're 45 and shouldn't be doing that. But I'm telling you, like ice cold, very palatable, great flavors, feels natural to me. Now, how do I feel? I feel good. I'm not jittery. Now, there have been times where, I've drank an energy drink, or what is that like 18-hour energy or 3-minute energy, whatever it may be, and you feel jittery. I don't. I feel normal. I feel good, but I'm telling you, I could slam these. As I said before, they have 4 more expressions, so don't be surprised if you see them again. We got to try those other ones now. And that wraps up another episode of One More Pour here in the Teeqlife Media Studios. Be sure to subscribe, like, comment, share, tell your friends about the platform. And if you need a recommendation for anything beverage related, reach out to us. Life's too short to drink bad beverages, people. Choose wisely. We're going to see you on the next episode. I'm going to finish this black cherry.